have Miss Yvonne with us today. She's going to be sharing some stories. And in the back we have Miss Robin taking care of our techie stuff. So we're glad that you made it out to Outdoor Storytime. It is a nice day today. Let's hope it stays that way. Who knows with California weather. Alright, and before we get started, we always start with a little song. And I'm going to need your help with this song. So, I'm going to need you to use your hands, because you're going to clap. And I'm going to need you to find your ears. Where are your ears? Because you're going to give your ears a little tug. And then I'm going to need you to put your hands on your hips, like this. Because then you're going to shake, 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 like that.
Shake, shake, shake.
Alright, so we're going to get started. And the song goes like this. If you feel like you picked up the words, feel free to sing along with me. So, I wake up my hands with the clap, clap, clap. Clap, clap, clap. Clap, clap, clap. I wake up my hands with the clap, clap, clap. And wiggle my waggles away. Good. Alright, now find your ears. Where are your ears? Okay, ready? I wake up my ears with the tug, tug, tug. Tug, tug, tug. Tug, tug, tug. I wake up my ears with the tug, tug, tug. And wiggle my waggles away. Good. Okay, where are your hips? Hand on your hips. I wake up my hips with the shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. I wake up my hips with the shake, shake, shake. And wiggle my waggles away. Good job, guys. Okay, before I invite Miss Yvonne to read her story, I'm going to sing another song, and this one is a favorite of mine. It is called My Dog Rags. So I should probably say what today's story time is, right? So today, all of our songs and books are about pets. I have 2 cats at home. Who else has pets at home? Do you have a pet? What's your pet? It's a dog? Who else has pets at home? Anybody else have pets at home? What's your pet? You have a dog? Her name's Sophie. Well, I have 2 cats, and their name is Ash and Jack, but we're going to sing a lot of pet stories today. So to start off, I'm going to sing My Dog Rags. I'm going to go really slowly, and again, if you can pick up the words, feel free to sing along. So, I have a dog, and his name is Rags. He eats so much that his tummy sags. His ears flip-flop and his tail wig-wags. And when he walks, he goes zigzag. He goes flip-flop, wig-wag. Zigzag, he goes flip-flop, wig-wag. Zigzag, he goes flip-flop, wig-wag. Zigzag, I love Rags and he loves me. Good job! You think you can do it a little faster though? Okay, let's try it. I have a dog and his name is Rags. He eats so much that his tummy sags. His ears flip-flop and his tail wig-wags. And when he walks, he goes zigzag. Ready to go fast? He goes flip-flop, wig-wag. Zigzag, he goes flip-flop, wig-wag. Zigzag, he goes flip-flop, wig-wag. Zigzag, I love Rags and he loves me. Good job! Alright, I'm going to turn it over to Miss Yvonne.
I had a dog. So my dog was named Missy, so I love dogs. And this one is called Perros, Perros, Dogs, Dogs. Can you say that? Perros, Perros, Dogs, Dogs. All right, let's see what happens to all these dogs. Perros, Perros, Dogs, Dogs. Muchos perros. Muchos perros. Lots of dogs. Uh-oh, I have a feeling something's going to happen. Perro grande. Perro grande. Big dog. Perro chico. Little dog. Big dog. Little dog. ¿A dónde van? ¿A dónde van? Where are they going? ¿A dónde van? Arriba, up, abajo, down, por el pueblo, around the town. Espera. Espera. Wait. Oh. Más perros. More dogs. Perro ancho. Wide dog. Perro estrecho. Narrow dog. ¿A dónde van? ¿A dónde van? Where are they going? I think they're going to school. Arriba, up. Abajo, down. Por el pueblo, through the town. Espera. Espera, wait. Más y más perros. More and more dogs. Perro rápido. Fast dog. Perro lento. Slow dog. Perro limpio. Clean dog. Perro sucio. Dirty dog playing in the mud. ¿A dónde van? ¿A dónde van? Where are they going? Arriba. Arriba. Up. Abajo. Down. Por el pueblo. Through the town. Espera. Wait. Espera, wait. Más y más y más perros. More and more and more dogs. Perro mojado. Wet dog. Perro seco. Dry dog. They're taking a bath. Perro negro, a black dog. Perro blanco, a white dog. Perro listo, smooth dog. Perro rizado, a curly dog. All kinds of dogs. Arriba, arriba, up, abajo, down. Por el pueblo, through the town. Labrando, barking. Brincando, jumping. Splash, splash, viva, hooray! And that's perros, perros, dogs, dogs. Good job!
That book was all about dogs, but we know that there are a lot of other pets, right? I have cats, some people have hamsters. If you're particularly brave, you may have a snake or a mouse. So this song is all about the different sounds that animals say when they wake up in the morning. What do you say when you wake up in the morning? You yawn? I yawn too. You can say good morning, but these are all the sounds that animals make. So the song goes like this. When dog wakes up in the morning, when dog wakes up in the morning, when dog wakes up in the morning. What do you think he says? He always says woof woof. Can you woof woof? Good. Okay, so now we're going to sing about Cat. What do you think Cat says when she wakes up in the morning? Yeah. All right, ready? When Cat wakes up in the morning, when Cat wakes up in the morning, when Cat wakes up in the morning, she always says meow meow. Good. Okay, so now we're going to sing about Mouse. What do you think Mouse sings when he wakes up in the morning? Eek eek? Kinda, yeah. I'm going to say squeak squeak though. Can you squeak squeak like a mouse? Alright, let's try. When Mouse wakes up in the morning, when Mouse wakes up in the morning, when Mouse wakes up in the morning, says squeak, squeak. Good. Okay, and then now we're going to sing about a fish. What sound do you think a fish makes? They go glub, 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 glub. Good. You can even make a fishy face like this.
Fishy face.
All right, let's check. When fish wakes up in the morning, when fish wakes up in the morning, when fish wakes up in the morning, he always says glub, glub. Good. All right, and the last one we're going to sing about is turtle. What sound do you think turtle makes? I'm not going to tell you because it's going to be a surprise.
Surprise.
All right, ready? When turtle wakes up in the morning, when turtle wakes up in the morning, when turtle wakes up in the morning, he always goes to sleep.
He goes to sleep.
Good job, guys. All right, so our next story is called Pet This Book. And it is by Jessica Young and Daniel Wiseman, and we are reading this thanks to Bloomsbury. So are you ready to read this book with me?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see how many pets we can see today. Hello, friend. It's time to play. We're taking care of pets today. Come with me and I'll show you how. Turn the page. We'll start right now. Are you ready to turn the page? Ready to get started?
Yeah.
Here's what is it? A cat. Who likes to nap? You can hold her on your lap. Pat her fur to make her purr. So you don't have fur, but you can pat your head, right? Pat your head. And then purr like a cat. This parrot loves to chirp and squawk. Say hello to hear him talk. Can you say hello to the parrot? What's the word, little bird? And he says, hello, hello, squawk. Can you squawk? Good. The puppy got all wet and muddy. Help me wash our little buddy. So you're going to wash yourself. Wash. Scrub a dub in the tub. Ruff, ruff, ruff. Can you let out a big ruff? Okay. What a helper. You're the best. Time to take a little rest. Count to 3 and stretch with me. So on the count of 3, we're going to stretch real tall. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Stretch real tall. Good. The sun is high. It's getting hotter. Thirsty pets drink lots of water. Tip the spout to pour some out. So ready? Pour some water. Ready? Pour. And our dog is going to slurp, slurp, slurp. Can you give me a big slurp? Go.
Go.
This hungry lizard needs her lunch. Give her something good to munch. Hold a treat for her to eat. Can you hold out your hand like this? Because then this lizard is going to chomp, chomp, chomp. Can you chomp, chomp, chomp? Chomp, chomp, chomp. Brush the horse's mane and tail, then take her riding on the trail. Giddy up, whoa, don't let go. What sound do horses make? Can you name? Neigh. Give a caterpillar space to hide inside her silky case, then wave goodbye and watch her. Can you wave goodbye? Because what do you think's going to happen? What do you think's going to happen to the caterpillar? She turns into a butterfly. Thanks for dropping by to play. We helped a lot of pets today. Pets need drinks and food to eat, a wash and brush, a little treat, a gentle touch and kind hello, a friend to care and help them grow, to keep them safe and set them free, someone to love, like you and me. And here are all the pets we helped. So can you purr like a cat? Go purr. Can you squawk like a parrot? Go squawk. Can you woof like a dog? Go ruff, 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 ruff. And then can you also slurp like a thirsty dog? Go. And what about a butterfly? What should we do for the butterfly?
Flap your wings.
And then what sound do horses make? And then lastly, you're going to give a big chomp. Good job, guys. The end. really crowded, but I think, should we do this or should we? Okay, so we are going to do one last activity. Are you ready?
Yes.
Because we're going to ask our friends at the zoo for a pet. But do you think they're going to send us a dog?
No.
Do you think they're going to send us a cat?
No.
Alright, so let's see. Alright, so the story goes like this. I wrote to the zoo to send me a pet, and they sent me something very heavy. What do you think came from a zoo that's very heavy? A dog? It's heavier than a dog. Let's see. It was a, what is it? An elephant. Do you think we could keep the elephant as a pet though? It's too big. So we have to send the elephant back. Can you say goodbye? Alright, so I wrote to the zoo to send me a pet, and they sent something very tall. What do you think is very tall at the zoo? A giraffe? They sent me a giraffe. Can we keep a giraffe as a pet though?
No.
It's too what?
It's
Too tall. So I sent it back. Say bye. Alright, let's see. I wrote to the zoo to send me a pet. What do you think they sent? It says danger on the box. A lion? It was what is it? A lion. Do you think we can keep a lion as a pet?
No, it's too scary.
It's too scary. So I sent it back. Say bye. Alright. I wrote to the zoo to send me a pet, and they sent me, what do you think it is?
A burger.
It makes this sound. It goes, what makes that
A
sound?
snake.
It was a snake. Should we keep this snake though?
No,
Kind
it's
of a
too
big
scary.
snake. It's too scary. So we sent it back. Say bye, snake.
Bye, snake.
Alright. So we're getting rid of the snake. Alright, let's see. I wrote to the zoo to send me a pet. What do you think they sent? It likes bananas.
A monkey.
It was a monkey. Can we keep a monkey for a pet?
No, it's
Too naughty, right? Eat all our bananas. Okay, so we have to say bye to the monkeys.
Bye, monkey.
Alright, so I wrote to the zoo to send me a pet, and this time they thought really long and hard on what to send us. What do you think they sent us?
I don't know.
They sent us a dog. Should we keep the dog? I think we should. So I kept it. The end. Good job, guys. Alright, that's it for our story time today. We have one more song though that we can sing together. It's very simple and it goes like this. If you really like the stories, clap your hands. If you really like the stories, clap your hands. If you really like the stories, if you really like the stories, if you really like the stories, clap your hands. If you really like the stories, wiggle your elbows, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. If you really like the stories, wiggle your elbows, wiggle, 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 wiggle. If you really like the stories, if you really like the stories, if you really like the stories, wiggle your elbows, wiggle, 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 wiggle. Alright, last one. If you really like the stories, shout hooray! Hooray! If you really like the stories, shout hooray! Hooray! If you really like the stories, if you really like the stories, if you really like the stories, shout hooray! Hooray! Thank you so much for joining us for Outdoor Storytime again. We will post this online next week, so if you just really like the song, you can play it over and over again. And then we will have Storytime the week after that at Laughing Well Park, and it'll be led by Miss Robin. So I hope you can join us there. And as always, stay tuned to our social media. We post constantly of like our programs, our story times, and that way you can stay in the loop. All right. Thanks for coming. I hope you guys had some fun.